Welcome to Skytech-Lens, where the real story always runs deeper. In today's world, supply chains aren't just business jargon, they're the backbone of our daily lives. When these networks falter, we feel it everywhere, from empty shelves to rising prices. Right now, a powerful shift is happening. Canada is emerging as a critical partner for American industry. With vast resources, stable policies, and a strategic location, Canada is becoming the go-to for U.S. companies seeking security and resilience. Today we'll reveal 10 classic American products now made in Canada, and why this shift matters. Stay tuned for the bigger picture at the end. Coca-Cola, an American icon, but now, many cans start their journey in Brampton, Ontario. The reason? U.S. aluminum tariffs drove up can costs, forcing Coca-Cola to look north for savings. Ontario's cheap, reliable hydroelectric power slashes production costs for energy-hungry bottling and canning. Canada's stable trade environment and skilled workforce sealed the deal. The infrastructure was ready, making the transition seamless. Now, a truckload of Coke might be Canadian-made, a quiet result of global economics. It's not just about one factory, it's a strategic realignment for risk, cost, and stability. The all-American classic is now a cross-border collaboration. Next time you sip a Coke, remember, the supply chain has quietly moved north. That's the new taste of globalization. Tesla's next-gen battery cells are being built just outside Montreal, Quebec. Why? Quebec's hydroelectricity offers some of the cheapest, cleanest power in North America, crucial for energy-intensive battery production. The Canadian and Quebec governments fast-tracked permits and offered major incentives, making investment irresistible. For Tesla, this means lower costs, faster build times, and a resilient supply chain. It's also a move away from over-reliance on Asia, strengthening North American security. Canada's partnership brings high-tech jobs and a central role in the EV revolution. The American electric future is now powered by Canadian energy and ingenuity. That's strategic supply chain evolution in action. Heinz Ketchup's return to Leamington, Ontario is more than nostalgia. It's smart supply chain strategy. California's tomato farms face drought and rising costs, threatening supply. Southwestern Ontario, with its fertile soil and reliable water, offers stable, high-quality yields. Canadian farmers' expertise and government support helped modernize the plant and secure long-term production. The result? A thriving, state-of-the-art facility supplying Canada and exporting to the U.S. It's a turnaround driven by shifting climate, economics, and public-private partnership. The ketchup on your fries may now be a Canadian comeback story. Changing conditions rewrote the map of food production. Sometimes the best solution is right next door. GM's electric future relies on Canadian innovation. Key battery materials and EV frames are now produced in Quebec and Ontario. The pandemic exposed the risks of overseas concentration, so GM diversified, building resilience into its North American network. Quebec's new cathode material plant and Ontario's expertise in low-carbon aluminum give GM a green edge. Canadian suppliers aren't just making parts, they're co-developing the next generation of vehicle tech. This partnership means a more secure, innovative, and sustainable auto industry. The American EV revolution is built on Canadian foundations. That's the new backbone of North American manufacturing. Campbell's soup, a symbol of Americana, is now largely produced in Etobicoke, near Toronto. Rising U.S. costs and labor disruptions pushed Campbell's to consolidate in Canada, where the workforce is stable and skilled. The Toronto area plant's location offers easy access to both Canadian and major U.S. markets. Fewer disruptions mean more reliable supply for North American shelves. It's not about abandoning the U.S., but about efficiency and scale. The classic red and white can you enjoy may have been made in Canada. Quiet business decisions are reshaping our food supply chain. Sometimes the best soup simmers just north of the border. That's pragmatic globalization at work. The Ford Super Duty, America's workhorse, will soon be built in Oakville, Ontario. Tariffs and trade uncertainty made consolidating production in Canada a smart move. Labor stability, thanks to long-term agreements with Canadian unions, reduced risk for Ford's massive investment. Government incentives from Ottawa and Ontario helped secure the project. The Oakville plant will be a centerpiece of Ford's electric future. The next generation of America's favorite truck will proudly bear a Canadian stamp. The auto industry's map is being redrawn for the electric age. Sometimes building America means building in Canada. Walmart's Great Value and Equate brands are increasingly made in Canada. Nearshoring production reduces risk, speeds up delivery, and keeps shelves stocked. Canadian partners offer competitive pricing, quality, and flexibility, key for fast-moving retail. From food to pharmaceuticals, Canadian factories deliver for Walmart's North American market. Shorter supply lines mean faster response to demand spikes. Check the label. Made in Canada is now common on Walmart shelves. The world's largest retailer is betting on Canadian reliability. That's a quiet but profound supply chain shift. Aerospace is high-stakes manufacturing, and more U.S. aircraft parts are now made in Canada. Tariffs on steel and aluminum, plus skilled labor shortages in the U.S., push production north. Canada's aerospace hubs in Quebec, Ontario, and Manitoba offer talent and tariff-free trade. Proximity allows for tighter integration, faster shipping, and greater security for sensitive industries. Canadian firms are not just suppliers, they're partners in innovation and defense. The result, a deeply integrated North American aerospace ecosystem. The lines on the map matter less than the shared pursuit of excellence. The future of flight is a cross-border collaboration. Your next fridge or washing machine might be made in Mississauga, Brampton, or Montreal. Tariffs and raw material costs make Canadian manufacturing more attractive for U.S. brands. Canada's stable, skilled workforce keeps production high and quality consistent. Companies are moving to distributed, specialized plants for efficiency and resilience. Proximity to U.S. markets means faster, cheaper delivery of heavy appliances. Canadian factories are now key players in North American home goods. The supply chain is being rebuilt for a new era. That stainless steel appliance in your kitchen, it's part of a quiet Canadian revolution. Manufacturing stability starts just across the border. American cars run on Canadian parts, literally. Ontario's auto parts industry is deeply integrated with Detroit, supplying everything from chassis to advanced sensors. Canadian firms like Magna and Linamar are leaders in innovation and efficiency. Just-in-time delivery keeps U.S. assembly lines moving. Canadian suppliers co-develop the future of automotive tech, from lightweight materials to autonomous systems. There's no such thing as a purely American car anymore. The North American auto industry is a single, seamless ecosystem. Cross-border partnership drives the industry forward. From Coke and Ketchup to Teslas and trucks, a profound economic realignment is underway. This isn't about winners and losers, it's about strategic adaptation. Canada's clean energy, stability, and skilled labor make it indispensable for North American resilience. Each example we've explored is part of a larger, integrated puzzle. The continent is weaving itself into a manufacturing powerhouse built on shared strengths. In a changing world, reliability and partnership are the ultimate currency. Thanks for joining us on Skytech-Lens. Subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines.